A very good afternoon to all the participants and our honored guest, Hermit Core Dowerman. And we are here for the second session of the program. And I could like to request our honored principal, sir, Dr. Dulen Sweke, sir, to open up the program. Dr. Dulen Sweke, sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we
Is my
can
voice
start.
is audible now? Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Panjalotta, for your remark, and welcome everybody to this Impact Lecture Series 2. We are going to start the second talk. It will be delivered by Harmit Kaur from Entrepreneurship Development Institution of India. We are really grateful to Harmit Kaur for your support, for your encouragement, and for your cooperation towards organizing this Impact Lecture Series 2 on entrepreneurship and startup activity. In the morning, we had one talk, one session on entrepreneurship. Now this session will be taken up by Hamid Kodovar, and will be delivering a talk on how to market your idea. Now, what is an idea? An idea is a thought, suggestion, or a mental image about a possible outcome of a course of action that can be used to help to achieve a particular goal or to solve a problem. Idea generation is important because it helps people to find new solutions and approaches to solving variety of problems. It can help an individual to come up with ideas that they have otherwise might not have. If you look to the history, innovation is not an easy process, but innovation has the power to propel you into the business world and open up new doors. The first step in turning your idea into a product, sharing it with the world. But we know that in the 1800th century, even when electricity was a past sale 140 years ago, many leading scientists criticized Thomas Alva Edison. In the late 1800th century, these scientists claimed electricity was a fairy tale and it would not be harnessed on a wide scale. But now we know electricity is an integral part of our life, and electricity now can be produced on a wide range by a variety of techniques. With the right mindset and an understanding of what it takes into invent something new, you could be a creator of a whole new line of products, and you need to know what to get started and launching your invention. So we must give stress on ideation and idea creation competition among the students to come up with new inventions and new products. And Hamid Kaur Madam will take a session on how to market your idea. This is a very important. Idea generation is important also. How to market your idea, that is also very important. I once again welcome Hamid Kaur Madam to this Impact Lecture Series 2. And once again, I would like to offer my thanks to Hamid Kaur for your support and cooperation in organizing this Impact Lecture Series. Thank you, madam.
Thank
Now,
you,
over
sir.
to Hamid Kaur.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
I would like to share my screen. So just a sec. I hope everyone can see the PPT. Can you see my PPT?
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Okay. So, as Dr. Dulen said, that you know how to generate an idea, and that process maybe must have taken from Dr. Dinesh. But now, once your idea has been established, now once you have generated your idea, the right step is now what should we do with this idea? So you have it on your paper or in any form. But then if you don't know what is the second step, I feel the whole exercise of generating the idea is not worth, because you don't know from what is the next step after this. So before you launch your idea, then idea can be in any form. It can be a product, or it can be a service, or it can be a startup, or it can be anything. But then how do we take that to the market? How do we do a research on that? What will be the objectives when we take it to the market? Is something which requires a lot of exercise, and not just like that you fill up 10 questionnaires and you go to the market and test your idea. So before testing your idea, I feel that there are some steps which needs to be kept in mind. So this theory is something which I always promoted, and this has a little psychological effect also. It has no marketing or entrepreneurship or anything, but it helps you to understand your customers, your whoever is your customer. Your customer can be your students, your faculties, or your any people of any age or genre or any occupation or any geographical area. Your target audience can be anyone, but to understand your target audience, the first step after you've generated your idea is to do a head, heart, and hand model project. So, just a second. I cannot see you all. I did. Sorry. Okay. So, so if you think from your heart, you need to understand how you can build a rapport with your target audience. If you think from head, you need to understand what they want. If you can get to know this, that what they want, if you have the knowledge, then if you have the knowledge of getting to know what your target audience wants, your idea can go to the next step, which is attitude, which is the heart. In the heart, you can understand that how you can build a rapport with your target audience. And third is the skills. Then what will be the pedagogy, marketing pedagogy I will use to attract my customer towards my idea, so that if that customer, if your product is something which is someone can buy, then how I'll make sure that my knowledge, attitude, and skills will this model will help my target audience to buy my product. So this is something which is very basic, but I always uh, encourage anyone who has idea, who have generated one idea, to do this exercise on their own. Now, going ahead, before you market your idea, so for this whole exercise, let's take a hypothetical product. So maybe you have devised a product called some chips which can be eaten by, which can be consumed by any target audience. It can be children, it can be adults, it can be elder generation, anyone. So before you have the idea generated with you, before taking it to the market, this is the basic exercise everyone should do on paper, and it should be, I feel, filed. It should be written by you, who is the founder of the idea. One is set objectives. So your objectives cannot be hypothetical. You cannot say that this will, improve the standard of living of my customer. No, it's not right. If it's objective, it has to be very micro, that I will make sure that this product will enhance the educative capacity of the children, or the children will tend to understand ABC concept of my services. So setting objective, if you have to do this exercise, you can set three objectives. That's it. Three is enough. But there are some companies who tend to write say 10 objectives. But you cannot have these many objectives, because I think they mix objectives with their hypothesis, that I feel this should be done. But no, objective is something which is right there. You have to pick up, and that's also set your USP, your unique selling proposition, at the end of the day. Then research your customers. You should know what your customers like, dislike, what are their preferences, and then you have to maybe tweak your idea a little. You will have to improve your idea a little based on what your customers like. Evaluate a competition is very important. Maybe you have devised some parameter of your product which is same there in your competition, in your competitive product. But your competitive product is very famous in the market. So it is going to be very difficult for you to even test your product in the market. So,
Ma'am, your presentation is not visible.
okay, just a second. Let me see. What's the problem? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Okay. So evaluating competition is the most important part after objectives. Because if you don't know what your competition is doing, I think you are just going to be in that race. And then at the end of the day, you would never get to know why your product has failed, because maybe your competition is giving the same parameters, same objectives which your product is providing, and maybe they are marketing it more well. So you need to also understand what your competition is doing, what are the loopholes. So identify the loopholes and work on that, because if you already invest your time working on something which is already built, then I think, see, the idea can be same. Of course, there are many companies who sell noodles. Okay, so the idea is manufacturing noodles, but the way they are marketing their products, the way they are building a story behind marketing the product is different for all. So that's why there are difference in sales of say Maggi or Top Ramen or YY noodles or these noodle brands. So this is something which you as a founder or you as idea generator should understand that there are competitions and we have to accept that. But what will be the different marketing pedagogy I'm going to use so that my product or service stands out? So evaluating competition is very important. Then set a budget. Don't go haywire. Don't feel that, okay, I'm going to spend this much on marketing, I'm going to spend this much on IPR, I'm going to spend this much on legal. Don't do that. Set a budget. And if you are now short of a marketing budget, it's okay. Don't overuse. Maybe you need a strategic planner in between, but don't overuse because it is going to affect your overall product cycle then consider communication channel. Like I gave example of noodles. What communication channel is best suited for your customers? If your customer is localite and if the most common communication channel in your local area is a cable TV, for example, then you may choose cable TV over hoardings. So considering a communication channel for your idea is very important, and you need to take time by doing that. Don't think that my budget is of hoarding, so I should take two hoarding spaces. No, if hoarding is not serving your point, then it is you have wasted your money. So you should, if your it can happen that your budget can be big but your communication channel will be very small, so you can save your budget for that. Then develop the right message. What your product is echoing, what message is it providing? Like if we again take that example of noodles, then is it giving an angle of nutrition that our noodles are nutritious? Is it giving an angle of taste that our noodles are very tasty? Or is it giving an angle of cost effectiveness that my noodles is very cheap, like low on cost? So you have to set the message, and the message is going to come from your customers. Your customers, when you research your customers, you will get to know that what message they want to listen so that they will buy your product right away. And after doing this, you have to project the right uh, image of your product, of how if someone thinks of a product manufactured by your university, then they should have a right image on their mind that yes, that product is cost effective, that product is tasty, that product is set apart from the market. So don't forget the legals. So when it I say about legals, try that you're not copying your taglines or names or logos from any other company. So this is also preparation you do. And monitor and measure. Monitor and measure is after you have done your marketing, you measure that, you take a feedback of in the prototype time, you take a feedback of if you feel your product has been serving what you are selling. Now, these are components of promotional mix. Promotional mix, when I say that these are the elements which you use to promote your idea. One is direct marketing. So you meet a person. Direct marketing is something this you are meeting someone, and it can meeting doesn't mean face to face. It can be chatting. It can be on a telephone. So you are direct marketing is when the manufacturer of the idea, the generator of the idea, is interacting directly with the customer. There is no middleman. So this is one thing how you can market. Then public relations. Public relation is you hire someone else to promote your idea and use media in this. So public relation also involves a lot of media. So there are press conferences. So before launching your idea, you can do a press conference, and so public relation comes in that. Then public selling. Public selling is like when you're testing your idea in front of many people whom you don't know. So it can be an exhibition. Exhibition is a part of public selling. So one is that. Then, or say there are malls where people stand for giving demos. So that is also public selling. Advertising is, of course, we know print advertising, digital advertising. So any form of advertising is, it comes in the element of promoting your idea. Publicity is also a paid version, and it is linked with public relations. So publicity is, you have a, if you have a very big budget of marketing for marketing your idea, then publicity is something which is really good element. And sales promotion is, see, when you put logos on your mugs and your t-shirts, pens, all these merchandise, these comes in sales promotions. Now, to identify that which element I should take, if for my idea direct marketing is good, public relation is good, to understand that, you need to understand these four concepts. So every idea should undergo these four things. One is product, price, promotion, and place. Okay, how I will promote it, what will be the location, what will be the price, and what is my product. So you need to understand these four P's to identify what element you are going to, sorry, what element you are going to take. So far, so good. You are able to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Can you mute yourself, please? There is disturbance. So these are some of the ideas. Ideas, as in, these are some of the things you can try to market your idea. First is, of course, search marketing. That is search engine optimization. You can put your little budget on SEO campaigning, which is that whenever I, as a user, would search anything, your idea should pop up first in the Google. So there is a different technique of using SEO. So you can invest some money on SEO also, and it helps a lot, because the first, if I'm searching something, I'll go to Google. So if Google shows your product on page one, I will feel as a customer that, your product has value. So I'm going to try that. Second, pay per click. You can also try things like, there are ads where this is, you can work with an agency and you use this PPC model. PPC is when you let customers click on an ad and they get paid on that. But these are all customers which, to whom you have said that you are going to click this, so that our keyword increases. So this is something which an agency do, not an individuals cannot do that. Paid for inclusion feeds is, of course, you pay people to post about us, about the product, about the idea, and promote it on their platforms, on their social platforms. It can be anything. Social platforms can be social media accounts or blogs, or their own websites, or any digital platform they are in. Then online PR is publisher outreach. When I say publisher outreach, is here it is also mean manufacturer, the generator of the idea, that the generator of the idea gives online sessions on what my product is about, what my idea is all about. Community participation is if your idea is connected to a certain community. For example, if my idea is to devise a product which um can work for thalassemia kids. So if there are some community events happening with respect to thalassemia, I will go there and promote my product. So anything which is related to a community is undertaken in that. Then media alerting is, of course, you time to time alert the media you that I'm going to do this. So this is my next step. So maybe you would like to promote it on your, and this media can be anything, offline, online, anything. Brand protection is something related to legal, but this comes very later once you've established something. Online partnership is one, is of course affiliate marketing, which is also called multi-level marketing. That if I am connected to you and I give you three more references who can sell your product, and I am on a commission basis on you in terms of payments. So affiliation marketing works a lot in products which are of small towns and villages. Then sponsorship, you sponsor your product on events like cricket match, you sponsor uh, the t-shirt or the bat or anything. Co-branding, you two brands come together to market your product. So one brand can be yours and another which works in the same segment as your problem is, because your product or idea should be something which should solve a problem. So if you also identify another one who has the same problem, you can co-brand and market together. Link building and widget marketing. So these are all come on a very later stage. This is related to SEO only. Then there are some offline communication tools. One is advertising, hoardings and pamphlets and brochures. These are all offline advertising tools. Personal selling is you go door to door to explain your idea, to fill up questionnaires, to give demos. Sales promotion is, like I said, merchandise. You can market your idea on products like pens, mugs, t-shirts. PR is public relations, as I said. Sponsorship again. Then direct mail. So we design emailers and we send it to a bulk of the email IDs. So direct mail is also a thing. And direct mail is offline and online both. One mail is that the letter which we send, the newsletters or the magazines which we send, and in that so if maybe you have subscribed a magazine India Today, you can give an ad in India Today, and automatically your product is going to go to all the places where India Today is subscribed. Exhibitions, like I said, is the best thing if it's a product. Exhibitions is a very big thing for testing your product. Merchandising, packaging is something which is very important as for marketing, because this is the first thing which a customer is going to see. Now, this packaging is not only about a product, it can be for a service. So there can be a question that how will you package your service? So if say your service is a cab service, your idea is that you're starting a cab service in Assam. Okay. How do you package that? So in packaging, it means that what will be the message you are going to give? What will be the colors of your logo? What will be the tagline? How are you making your social media post? And all, so these all come on packaging in terms of services. Then word of mouth. Just a second. Word of mouth is, of course, you. If I know something about your service or idea, I'm going to share it with few other people if I would like it. Then interactive ads is behavioral targeting, that behavioral targeting comes in social media also, that you set a target. If I am doing a promotion of 1,000 rupees, I am going to set target that my any people who are living in Assam or Ahmedabad will be able to see my ad, and no other city would see my ad. Any persons who have subscribed accounts related to, say, fashion, and my idea is related to fashion, that I can target people on social media, that whoever likes clicking on products which are related to fashion should see my ad. So these are interactive ads, and you need agencies to do that, or you need that wisdom, that smartness to understand that what all keywords I will use to target my customers. Opt-in email is, of course, is something e-newsletters, e-emails like emailers. Cold rented list is something which you don't know a person. You've just bought the database and you are just sending emails. So you many times you must have got promotional emails which are not at all related to you. So and you just delete it without unsubscribing it. So if it is something which does not interest you, you should unsubscribe it because you are going to get the same emails again and again. And the last is social media marketing. Social media marketing is the best for taking customer feedback also, because one is the, of course, the comment section. People, and there is a lot of hue and cry of what a customer would write in the comment section. So you need to be very clear on how do you package your product or idea on the social media. Audience participation, make sure that your social media campaigns are very much participative. So what you can do is one quick tip is you can always end a caption with a question mark. You can ask people that what do you think of this? Maybe you can end it with a question so that people can answer in the comment section. Then managing, just a sec, there is some problem here. Yeah. So nowadays, whenever you market your idea, I think the most budget you should put it, if your product is something which is very interactive, your idea is something which is very interactive, which people can see on social media, then in the today's scenario, social media marketing has become number one. So you can design viral campaigns. Something viral campaigns is something wherein your campaign is so creative and you have put in money to propagate it, put it in multiple sites, multiple pages, so that it becomes viral, it reaches to everyone in your vicinity. So these are some of the uh, ideas you can use to promote your action. Now, so you have, till now, you have devised everything. You have understood what tools I'm going to use, what method I'm going to use, what promotion you are going to use, what element you are going to use. Now it's time for execution. Execution, your marketing of your idea. So little parameters when you execute. One is planning and coordination. Of course, you have designed everything. You have worked to. You have talked to a lot of stakeholders, vendors. Now it's all the time for execution. So planning and coordination is something which you need properly. Implementation, you have tested it, you have done a prototype testing of all your tools and methods. Now at the time of implementation, this is very critical because now you have to do a detailed scheduling of campaign phases. So when I say detailed scheduling, it means that you should know what tools you're using out of these and what tool comes first. If you feel that my first tool should be say exhibition, for example. So I will make a detailed plan that my first tool is exhibition. First, I will start with exhibition, and there are some set goals. With every tool, you should set goals that it my from my exhibition I should identify 1,000 customers. Out of 1,000, I should contact 500 who are interested to listen to me after the exhibition, and after 500 I should send my product to 100 people. So with every tool comes layers of convictions, layers of you devising your plan. So detailed scheduling has been done, and now uh, it has been executed, and now corrective action is to be needed. So like this is like feedback. Now you need feedbacks, and for feedback, you can use any method of taking feedback. So I won't take long because I want it more to be interactive. I'm just going to finish it in some time. So before this is just like a Bible of marketing your idea. That this is one 11 point of framework which can be used to market any idea you have. And this is just to summarize what I have told. First is, of course, define your end goal. You should know that how you are going to accomplish what you are going to accomplish through your program. So when I say program, it can be your idea. What goals do you hope to accomplish through your idea? Okay. Then determine your target market. Again, you need to identify your target market with respect to gender, age, location, everything. Because with every parameter of defining your target market comes different goal. So that is very important. You should also know what are their personalities, analyzing them, their shopping behaviors, if they invest money on the idea which is related to you, so that you don't go haywire, you don't go to people who are never going to use your product. So you should know that first. And like I said, your brand's message is very important. Then conduct keyword research for propagating it online, because world is digital and it is going to be more digital in future. So if you do a proper keyword research, people are going to come to your website, blogs, social media networks, and they're going to see your ads. Establish a budget, find the right social media channel. So this is very important. This so can happen that if your product is something which relates to a lot of stakeholders of government, for example, okay, if you have a service which government officials can use or educationalists can use, then as per my research, Twitter is very good. uh, Facebook works nowhere with government officials. At the same time, if your product is something which caters to students, which caters to youth, then you should not waste time on Twitter marketing. You should do Instagram marketing. So you should find the right social media channels. Then cultivate relationships with your influencers. You should know that before launching your idea, who are your influencers who are already using your competitive products. So you have to cultivate relations with them also, so that they can influence their audience, because every influencer has 1 to 2,000 of their audience who listens to them only. Then create ads. It can be anything. So it can be digital flyer also, and everything depends on your budget. So I'm telling you, it is a myth that to market your idea you need a big budget. No, it's not at all like that. You should know where to do it, and you can do it very strategically. Build a referral marketing, a referral network, of course. That if I am, it all works on references. Like, and even to market your idea, you have to build a network for yourself. Maintain a consistent brand and message. This is very important. Don't change your brand and message after every month. 1 month it is cost effective, another month it is tasty, third, don't do that. Just keep one unique selling proposition in your mind and play with the words all along. Just work on that brand message only, so that people can identify you with one thing. They will never identify you with four things. Measure your results and assemble the right team. So all this is like a framework which you can use to market your idea. And just the last thing here is, so these are just eight types of marketing campaigns you can use. One is product marketing campaign. Is that in the product marketing campaign, you work a lot on packaging and work on a lot of how your product is looking. So you work on the first look. Then sales promotion is, what will be the sales strategy? and how I'm going to devise my campaign on that. Brand awareness campaign, how I'm not, so brand awareness is not, does not link with your service or product. It links with how you are going to create a mindset of your brand in the customer's mind. SEO campaign is search engine optimization. You put maximum budget on Google research keywords. Email marketing, you send emailers. Social media campaign is you set your social media strategies and budget on that. PR campaign, public relations, and 360-degree marketing campaign means using all of these. So this is 360-degree campaigns. In any campaign you use, any campaign, you have to use these things. In any campaign you have to identify your things from these four things: place, promotion, price, product, and then which tool to use. These are the tools, and these are the methods. Which method are you using, which tool are you using, is something which you need to know. So this is just a brief. And if in your classes you have to do some exercise, then you can do something like this exercise. The participants can be in the group of five. Since it's online, I don't think we'll be able to do. People can go in five groups, a group of five. They can think of one hypothetical product. They have to pick up three methods and tools, and they have to present in front of the audience that what will be their campaign, their strategy to market their idea. So this can be done with your students in any session you are taking. So I'll be happy to facilitate and also share this if you want. So this is just a gist of how you can market your idea, and now we can have a discussion if you want. Just a second.
Thank you, Ben, for your lively presentation. Now I could request the participant to put their queries and questions to core ma'am.
You can also write on the chat. I can see. You can also write your questions on the chat if you want.
Yes, ma'am. The participant can also write on the chat box the questions which they want to ask, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
there are some brands which does unethical marketing. So is it right to do so?
Just a second. I cannot hear you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
And there are some brands which promote their product in unethical ways. So is it a right way to promote things?
Not at all. So when I explained the first slide, it has that you should understand your legal aspects first. So I'll give you a very live example. So there are some rural brands which had used their logo, and they had used the color of Cadbury, the Cadbury logo, purple color, they had used in their branding. And after 2, 3 years, they got a legal notice from Coca-Cola, sorry, from Cadbury, saying that you have used our color. So they never knew that, even the general masses were not aware that the color of the Cadbury logo was also trademarked. The color of the Cadbury logo was also patented. So whenever you have designed your logo, so first identity is of course your logo, right? And your tagline. So whenever you've designed that, go through go through a lawyer, make sure that you see it if that color you have used is not patented, because it can be termed as unethical after a while. Even if you did not have that thinking that I'm doing something unethical, but it can come as an unethical if you don't go through this simple process. So many startups don't do that. They just design their logo and they just start social media marketing. They design brochures and that's it. But after that, they have to spend hefty amount of money to fight to win the case, and they are not able to win the case because everything, of course, is the law works on evidences. And if it's in the India Companies Act, if the logo is already patented of another company, that company would win. So you have to do your homework very well. It is just a matter of 1 hour to see if your logo color is correct or not, and if you can take it up to the market or not.
Ma'am, ma'am, what is the role of tags, logos, and advertisement in marketing?
Advertising, of course, to reach to people, your people, and you can also target your advertising if it's social media advertising. And that way you can target. But if it's, say, print ads or brochures or pamphlets or insertions in the newspapers, which you do, that way you are just testing the market. You are not targeting it. So advertising can be used for testing before you have started to sell. So maybe what you can do is that you have started your operations, like you're open to people, you're open to selling your product, and you can do a testing by sending insertions in newspapers near your office. So whoever is the newspaper vendor of your office area, you can put up your brochures in the newspapers to test if the customers near your office are correct or not. And if this tool of advertising, if the insertion newspapers is correct for your product or not. So it is, of course, very valid. Every startup do that and every startup should do that. But it also depends on your of nature of your service. See, if your nature of service is something which works with farmers, for example, there is no way that you should not waste any of your money in city urban advertising. So setting the target audience of is very vital for before you market your idea.
Ma'am, what are the benefits of direct selling and network marketing?
So direct selling, of course, you will get your feedback right away. So you will know that if the customer likes your product or not. You will get it right away. You don't have to wait through a process. You don't have to wait through a feedback, or because there are also customers, and it's a human nature. It is not something which they purposefully do. There are customers who will never get back to you, but they will create an impression of you. They will judge you for your product. That they will, and that is a negative marketing which you are doing for yourself. The word of mouth tool becomes negative for you. Is, for example, if I'm your customer and I got information about your product through newspaper insertion or social media marketing, if you have not targeted your social media marketing well and I am not your customer, then I would say that what kind of company is this? They don't even know that why they are targeting me. They don't have any knowledge of their budget spending. And when I meet my friends, I'm going to tell the same thing to them. So if you have resources, direct marketing is very well, because direct market, if it's direct marketing, I can tell them that listen, this is not for me. So please, you are pitching it to the wrong person, and he would know that okay, I get it that I should not do. At the same way, network marketing, I explained you. If your direct marketing has cleared, if it's the right, if you have touched the right customer, that customer's network marketing is going to be very strong. And that customer can be your affiliate marketer also. You can also try that person to be your affiliate marketer. That if you bring 4 customers for me, I'm going to pay something like commission basis. So this is very helpful if you have a good resources. But many startups, they don't have many people because this is just two company, two founder company, two people company. They cannot go door to door for direct selling.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
there are some brands which use human sentiments to promote their products. For example, there are many brands like which provide food products and they promote it like if you don't feed it to your family will be in this condition, that condition. So, is it morally right? And this is mainly done to target the all companies, right? And to promote the things in the Gen Z and millennials, they mostly use humors. So, do you think this trends will change in future again?
Um, I don't think it's going to change because it works. For Indians, emotion works like anything. And this is tried and tested. More than emotions, of course, word of mouth. If my product has benefited my family, I'm going to tell other people that this has this has benefited me. Why should not you not try? With respect to sentiments, as I said, Indians are very emotional, and brand strategists who are into this business have used our emotions really well to play it on us, and we let them do that, and it is going to be there, and it is going to be a very powerful tool also, as per me. For example, if we take a brand which plays on things. Okay, if we take a brand of, say, an ointment for a mosquito repellent ointment, okay, it always target children. Maximum ads, it target children, and they link the ointment with children's skin, that it will be good for the child skin. Then second is that it will not put disease in the children, so your children will not catch any disease because of the ointment. See, the ointment is nothing. The ointment is just a smell which the mosquitoes doesn't like. Okay. But they have played with our sentiments and we buy it. And this is tried and tested. And we are going to buy in future also. Like, for example, it is also a live case study which was printed, that there are many toothpaste brands. Okay. But there was one brand which suddenly highlighted in their message that one we use long is a masala which is there in the toothpaste, and the sales of that toothpaste literally rose. But later in a research we got to know that maximum all the toothpaste use long, they never highlighted it. So sentiments will play and are going to be. So depends if you are investing on people who understand your product. For example, if you have made me your network marketer, and if I don't link to your idea, I don't think it is profitable for you. It is not going to be profitable for you. Plus, you should do network marketing if you have a little more budget, because before actual sales and profit of your product, you have to invest on people and the network whom you have not met. You have just met me. You have not met my network. And same with me. I've met my network. I have not met the others in my network. So it is like playing in a blind spot, but it becomes profitable if you're investing in the right network and right people.